This is what happens when you're so bad at Rocket League that you have to 1v1 in Rumble mode a rookie computer. So here we go, 17 pairs of hat tricks. And you just do the same thing. You try to score kickoff goal after kickoff goal after kickoff goal. And it's like, this is what you need to do when you need to pick me up in a game you're bad at. And you just need a ray of sunshine in your day. And I'm using the rat rod looking car, which is an homage to the 30s, 40s, and maybe 50s rat rod cars, like in real life. And I just love the engine just exposed, just trying to, it's just rocking me all over the map. I imagine it like maybe like a Ford 5-liter Coyote motor, or maybe a Chevy LS7 motor, or even a Dodge 6.4-liter Hemi. Just 8 cylinders of America. I don't even know if this game is American made or not, but anyways, American V8s. I just love them so much. Just imagine having long tube headers, spitting flames out the exhaust every time I mash the gas, every time I need to drop a gear and disappear, every time I need to do a one-wheel peel burnout. But unfortunately, I just have to imagine this. They're just in the game, because we have these things called emissions laws in real life. But sometimes you just need a game to take you back to your childhood wonder and childhood crazy absurd excitement. If you think this challenge is impressive, then stop right there. It's actually not, because if you calculate it, I should be able to make a kickoff goal in 3 seconds. And if there's 300 seconds in 5 minutes, then in theory, I should have been able to score 100 goals. But I got 51. So I failed. I would get a big fat F. So this is not really that impressive. And I'm also not cool. So remember that. I was just gonna tell you something. Oh yeah, that's my bad memory at work. So, all the reasons why I'm weird, and if anybody out there is weirder than me, and I catch that drift, I become aware of that, then I take it as a challenge, a personal vendetta, to become more weird than them. Because, I'll think of a reason later. But anyways, all the things that make me weird. So one, the random memory. I have this very odd selective memory where my brain just chooses at random, it seems, to remember certain things and forget most other things. Now, it's kind of like that episode of SpongeBob where all the little SpongeBobs are running around in his brain and they're like trying to find, it's like, he forgot his name, and they're burning all the filing cabinets, everything's on fire, there's just chaos going on in his brain. Next, I pick my nose, which is not weird in and of itself, but I'm a crazy low-key germaphobe, only at certain times. So when I pick my nose, I have to go to the sink and wash it down the drain and then wash my hands. That has to happen. If it does not, I will feel extremely dirty and germy, like, on my fingers and under my fingernails. Another thing that makes the unorthodox master of games so weird is that even when he does hands-on, tough work, he still cannot start a fire in Emily's backyard when Emily invites him over for a bonfire. But in his defense, Emily tried to start a bonfire first in her own backyard, which she's done many times before, and she failed. Okay, next we'll leave it at that. We won't stir up any animosity towards Emily. Next, when certain people like Maurice asked me what I would do in a zombie apocalypse if a member of my group, started to turn and I was the leader. So what I would do is I would put them in a separate room or kind of out in an area, maybe like an alleyway if we were in a city, and I would attract just a group of zombies at a time, and basically before they turned and their human mind was still intact, I would give them a weapon and I would just force them to either, sacrifice their life or fight off as many zombies as possible for the good of the group, to just take some of the weight off our shoulders, take some of the load off, and just kill tons of zombies. Now when they turned, then, and this is the thing I would do, like even with my own family members in a zombie apocalypse, if they became zombies, instead of just killing them, I would just cut off their legs and then cut off their hands, and then they wouldn't really be able to crawl because they don't have hands anymore. So they would just maybe cover 5 feet in a day. And you gotta imagine, if they're the only two crawlers, like my mom and my sister, then there's just a horde of other zombies. So if another group of humans rolls through, they'll just they'll just shoot up the other zombies, knife them, hopefully conserve a little bit of ammo. But they'll wipe out the horde if they need to, and they'll just be like, oh, look at those two poor crawlers, they don't even have hands or legs. So they would just let them be, and they would just maybe play fetch with them or something. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, that's what I would do in a zombie apocalypse. And if I was gonna turn, then I would probably tell my group to do the same for me, I would hold myself to the same standard. I would take out as many zombies as I could. I think I'd get pretty far because I have a lot of stamina from rowing in high school. Although that stamina is shrinking by the day. I should really work out more instead of hopping on my computer all the time and making videos. But then again, my job in the real world out there is pretty physically demanding sometimes. So maybe that, I like to tell myself it makes up for it, but yeah, I should really hit the gym, bro. Kinda need to work on these muscles so I can lift the heavy stuff I need to lift sometimes. But yeah, just making it through life, one day at a time, honestly. And that goes back to the really weird memory. If you tell me that I need to be thinking a week at a time, my brain will probably implode, because that's too many things. I would say magic number is 7 number of things, and I'll remember all 7 of those. Maybe not in specific detail, but I can remember 7 things at a time. Let's just go with that. So I'm no audio-visual connoisseur, but I did just pick up a blue snowball mic, and it's pretty cool. The audio is definitely better. I can tell that. And there's different modes. Not really sure what they do. But yeah, it's pretty great. I just have it on setting 1. It's the blue snowball. It's a colored black. The brand is blue, and it's snowball mic. But yeah, and coincidentally, no, actually, I was gonna use that word for something else. So just forget that right now. But anyways, I bought it at Best Buy, and shout out to my buddy Mac for helping me choose it. He's really a IT man. He's really good at IT. I know nothing about IT, so don't even ask me. And he's too busy for you to ask him either. But anyways, this guy was standing in line, but he wasn't in line to check out, and he I guess he was just like returning something, but he was just like talking to each person who was, waiting in line to check out, which was pretty cool, just chatting it up. And I come up in line, and he sees that I'm buying this mic. He's like, "Hey, dude, I got one of those at home. I can tell you firsthand that you need to like make sure there's no other noise going on in the room," which I guess which is pretty common sense. But then we started talking. He's like, I'm like, "Yeah, I got a Mac," He's like, "Oh, like Macs are they all right, they all right, but like PC's the way to go." And I was telling him, "Yeah, I want to build a PC computer, like just learn how to do it, apparently it's like Legos." And then I'm like, "Yeah, that guy over there," and I was pointing to Mac because he was with me in Best Buy. And I was like, "Yeah, that guy over there knows how to do it." And he's like, and then Mac saw me pointing at him. He's like, and like from afar, he's like, What are you pointing at me for, boy?" And but the guy was just like, he's one of those guys that like, every time he says something, like he laughs after it, which is pretty funny. Makes the conversation interesting, gives it a little flavor. But he ended up like asking for my channel name, so I gave it to him, and I always have to like write it down or type it out for people, because I didn't really think it through. Like, it's such a long name, but I love it honestly, so I'm keeping it. So he takes my channel name. He's like, "Yo, man, like I'm about to start a YouTube channel myself." And I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do like interviews and just whatever else I want." And apparently, like, I'm gonna get an interview, maybe, but like, I mean, if he hasn't started his channel yet, maybe he's still setting up some stuff. I don't know, but yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll get that crazy exposure. I'll get +2 subscribers maybe. And so yeah, dude, I didn't catch your name, but the guy in Best Buy who was chatting everybody up in the checkout line, if you're watching this, if you're one of the 3 views that get on this video, then thanks for chatting me up about the snowball mic. And yeah, dude, Rocket League is just so kimochi. Like, I bet if I was like, I don't even know what the ranking is, like Grandmaster or something, like that's just the word I'm thinking of. But if I was like so good at this game, like those actually famous YouTubers that play Rocket League, like that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, just like playing against the bots, playing against my friends from time to time. I go online, but dude, those people are they're just savages out there. Like, I don't know, they're just so good. Like, they're unstoppable. Oh, and then there's like the basketball mode, which is so infuriating because the hoop is massive. Like how could you not score on that hoop, in the basketball mode? But yet it's just like impossible. It's just crazy. Like, you go up and the ball rolls up, the side of the rim, and then just like goes straight up in the air, comes straight back down, bounces off the rim, and goes out. And then of course the opponent hits it, like, in the ball just like ricochets off like 2 walls, the ground goes up in the air, and then just like skyrockets up in the air and then falls perfectly into my hoop for a point for them. So yeah, this is why we are here, just going back to basics, just beating up on a poor bot in rookie mode. And oh, so many. I didn't think I could score 51 goals. At first I was like, yeah, I could do 30 goals in 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. No, nothing too big. But then I was just like, oh wait, I could do 40. And then I was like, wait a minute, I could do 50. And then just one more, just for that 17th hat trick. Okay, bye for now. Kimochi. And also subscribe to Ellie Schleier's YouTube channel. That's ELLIE space SCHLEYER. We're having a battle for subscribers, and she needs all the help she can get.